Hello, what is up guys, and welcome back to this brand new video. This was the pre-season of my main league, which is Arc, and as you can see I had to start last, then my bot, which I couldn't take control of the car, managed to gain 4 positions. Basically in this pre-season testing,
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled.
all the tiers would have done one pre-season race, but there were only a few people for each league, so we put all the leagues together to make one big pre-season race. And as you can see, I'm trying to catch up to the people ahead, and I get a massive switchback on Elidont, managed to overtake him, and yeah, it's really important to not lose a lot of time with the slower people up ahead. As you can see, lots of them got disconnected, so this is gonna be making the things a bit more easier, as the bots don't tend to defend. And I had a issue with my Wi-Fi, which caused me to start
you might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible.
Which is not ideal for rotation and traction. As I go around the outside, on the inside, sorry, from like 10 meters behind, as the bots were really slow, you know. Let's see if I can overtake Andy through this slow section. And yeah, I decided to back out to just avoid any incidents. And as you can see behind me, Mikey is trying to go for an overtake, but yeah, he couldn't do it. He's now skipping into lap 3. Mikey goes around the inside. I lost a rear, and he pushes me wide in a clean way. But now I'm gonna be making less road on the inside, and I managed to keep the position. Now I'm trying to catch up to skydiving Piggy, which is struggling to let the car rotate. I think that he probably was on a bad setup. And yeah, let's see if I can take his DRS. I almost got a track limit right here. I don't know why the game hasn't given me, but yeah, I'm not gonna be mad about. And yeah, so I get his DRS. I hadn't quite a big battery, so I think that Mikey is gonna go for the overtake. He goes around the outside. We make a little bit contact, but so I brake really late. Managed to keep the position. I've lost quite lots of time doing this maneuver, but I wanted to stay ahead just to gain positions. And yeah, you know. Now through this middle section, I was gaining a lot to skydiving Piggy, as yeah, he had a really understeer setup. Maybe he was hoping for rain, I don't know. While I was managing to keep the car rotate, as you can see, he gets a massive snap of oversteer, which reduces our gap substantially. And now I don't think that I'm gonna be able to pull a move on him, as I'm really back. Let's see if I can try something. And I go around the inside, but I make a really stupid maneuver, and yeah, Elidont I've rejoined unsafely, and yeah, really bad mistake. Can't blame anyone except me. You know, I didn't practice for this race at all. Thankfully, there's a safety car, which I mean, yeah, really good. Thank God. So thanks to this safety car, I'm gonna be able to also increase my front wing, as the preset setup was really understeery. So I'm really happy about this safety car. And as you can see in the box, it's really important to not get a penalty for speeding into the entry, which I mean, because it went pretty well. This
last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
And now into the restarting. As you can see, there are many people up ahead, which are on bot mode, as they were disconnected. So I tried to overtake him, but you can't until like the crossing. I guess I get a massive snap of oversteer going on the gas. I probably didn't really warmed up the tires well, and now yeah, I decided to back out as I didn't want to make a mistake similar to them to before, you know. I did really my shitty maneuver, my fault, I repeat. And now into the snake. Let's see if I can catch Big Giorno. And yeah, maybe going for a switchback around here. Now I go around the outside, taking up one position. Now East 8 and then the up ahead, which are both disconnected, so it's gonna be pretty easy. And I go around the inside of East 8, really took well the overtake. And now it's important to stay in the first, in the leading group to catch. It's important to catch the leading group without losing any time, and just to stay in their DRS as I go around the inside of Andy. And yeah, pretty easy overtake. Now go wide as yeah, you know, couldn't get the, I didn't had quite a lot of mechanical grip on these hards, but so is the rest of the grid, so quite my fault. Now after 2 laps I managed to catch up to Skydiving Pig, but I go around the outside, overtaking him pretty easily as yeah, he had no DRS. Now I go a little bit wide, didn't calculate it well the braking point. As you can see, Codematic went really wide, which is gonna help me getting back into the DRS train, which is formed up ahead. Really good. And yeah, you know, let's see if I can catch them in the next few corners. As you can see now, I'm at 1.7 seconds, but by overtaking each other they are so, as you can see, Vededa does a really stupid maneuver, you know, does a really unsafe join. He apologized after the race, but at that time I was super angry with him, you know, as he made really stupid maneuver. Probably me and him were thinking that he would have gotten ghosted, but he didn't get ghosted, as I even get a floor damage, not only the front wing damage. As you can see, I was like really angry, insulting him in Italian. Yeah. And yeah, you know, I was also angry with the game because I thought that he would have got ghosted, but apparently it didn't happen, you know. It's part of the game. Thankfully this is not an important race. As you can see, I locked up the front tire as I had completely no grip under braking. Now going for an overtake on Bone Cart, which pushes me off track. You know, not a clean maneuver at all. And now he goes for the overtake, but he went super wide. Really silly maneuver from him. And now another safety car gets deployed. Thankfully, God did. Somebody looked at me from up, and I managed to change my front wing during this safety car, of course. And I was trying to borrow some of the fuel as I had lots 3 laps of spare fuel, which yeah, you're never gonna run out of it, and but you're gonna have more weight to the car. As you can see, Skydiving Piggy had a broken front wing, so I decided to go immediately into the attack mode, and keeping the inside line. He's gonna be braking a lot earlier, and a lockup. I almost touched Ali, but thankfully nothing bad happened. I took a big risk. Now let's see if I can go for an overtake through these S's. I go around the outside. I took 5. I went from P12 to P6 in one corner, which to me did a crazy overtake, as yeah, you know, there was a big incident. Now I managed to catch up to East 8, which has disconnected, and I overtake him really nicely, braking a lot deep. As you can see, lots of people have no, sorry. And yeah, now there were 2 people up ahead, like at 5 seconds, and then there was Andy and Piof, don't know how to say his name, sorry, which were kinda reachable to me. The first 2 weren't, as they had a really good setup, and they were probably in tier 1, but these two as I go around the inside of NDX 97, whatever his name is. And yeah, now you can see Mikey up ahead has a 3 seconds penalty, so if I have a slightly better pace than him, I will finish up ahead of him, unless I get like a another 2 track limits warning, as I think that I already have one. Now into the DRS of Pio Foot, I don't know how to say it. Let's see if I can go for an overtake. You can see I go around the outside, taking the position really easily. You know, slipstream is really strong on this game, and yeah, you know, I went a bit wide just to defend from him, and he goes around the outside, but I cover him nicely. Now let's see if he can go for the switchback. He goes, but now there will be like 2 corners only on left, so, and now covering up the inside just to not letting him go for an easy switchback. And now I think that this was the best result which I could do. I mean, I went from P20 to P3, as you know. In the first lap I was P16, but because my bot get into position as Pioft goes for the overtake, I decided to recharge my ERS and trying to catch the guys up ahead. As you can see, Pioft is on safety car right. As you can see, Pioft is on hard tires while I'm on mediums. And yeah, you know, I was thinking about going to the pits, but I had no spare tires, so it wouldn't make sense. And you can see that Pioft and Toxinex, both of them have hard tires, while I have mediums, which means that by like after 5 laps to this one, they will have a massive tire advantage. So I have to maximize my gap from them in these laps, and hope that they don't catch me in the next ones, even if Toxinex is impossible to reach. So I will try to like overtake and try to pull away to Pioft, which I mean is really difficult. As you can see, now I had to go open the door of my house to my sister, which arrived, and I've muted myself because I was really mad about this. As you can see, this was really distracting to me, and yeah, basically I had to pull off my rig, go downstairs, open to her the door, and then go back into racing, which I mean, this would have costed me like lots of time. I thought that he had the key to open the house, but apparently he didn't. And now you can see from my mouth, you know, on the maybe on the straight, which I was really mad about this, as this means that I would have lost like a whole minute of race, which I would have let my bot drive. So yeah, you can see again that she was calling, and yeah, not ideal at all. You'll see that in about a minute I'll go down my rig, and yeah, you know, really not ideal. And yeah, now me and Pioft managed to catch up to FK Mikey pretty well. In this phase of the race he had a really good pace, and yeah, theoretically if the race would have finished right now I would have won it, but of course they calculated the tire wear, and yeah, on the last lap I would clearly have no chance on with them, as my tires are only gonna get worse and worse, while they are gonna get better and better. So yeah, but now it's important to stay into their DRS in this zone of this part of the race, and you can see I'm keeping pretty well the pace, even with the fixed setup, and this was the main issue of my pace and in general my performance. You know, this was pre-season, so I absolutely didn't take this race seriously, and I go around the outside taking the position, but yeah, it gave me a legal overtake, so I let him pass, but he didn't understood that I was letting pass. I got a massive snap of oversteer, and I even get a warning. I don't get this penalty system, so this made me lost 2 seconds, and made the Codematic and the Ellie don't catch me, so not ideal, which made me lost the DRS of the off, which was a little bit faster than me, so it's gonna be a real struggle to catch up. And now Automap retires. I was hoping for another safety car, you know, just to get another fresh of set of fresh mediums. As you can see, Toxinex boxed as I had to go open the door of my house to my sister, you know. Really unfortunate. This made me lost quite a few time. Now going back, you know, I was really angry as I've lost 2 positions because of that, and you can see that if I keep this position without going up of the grid, Toxinex is gonna be easily catch up to me, as he will be on fresh mediums while I'm on really old mediums. Plus he's clearly on a better setup than me, as I don't think that you could make a worse setup than the fixed one on a maybe on purpose, but yeah. So this is an awkward position, and yeah, you can see that Codematic has my same pace as he's on mediums, while Elidont has quite better pace than us, as he's on hards, but we both are kinda keeping him well, not gonna lie. And I go around the inside, locking up, yeah, and Codematic goes for the switchback. This was a really silly overtake. I don't get why I've done it rewatching the race, but yeah, at the moment I felt like I could overtake him, but that was definitely better calculated. Maybe I calculated it because his both of his parts of the front wing are broken. You can see it maybe on the next straight, as I get I think that I get my first track limit warning or something like that, maybe a second. Little tap from behind, as he braked a lot early because he has the broken front wing, which is not ideal for him. So I go around the outside. You can see how his front wing is clearly damaged by a lot, and yeah, you know, now it's really important to go fast to catch Elidon and get a little lockup. Really easy to lock up on this game, another one. But yeah, in general this race is going pretty well. This last part of the race, I'm pretty satisfied about it, and yeah, I think that I couldn't make pretty much better than this. And yeah, as you can see, I'm the only one with without penalties, and so I must stay into it. I must have stayed in a 6-second gap to Elidont, but I get a 3 seconds penalty. So now Elidont, you can see, really didn't manage to escape from me. So now it's gonna be important to stay within 3 seconds to him, but I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do this unless he makes a mistake, which is what I'm kinda hoping right now. And as you can see, Toxinex, which was like 3 laps ago at 10 seconds behind me, he reached me by going 3 seconds faster every lap. His pace was really good. Yeah, maybe his pace wasn't that good, but it was mine, which was really bad, thinking about it now, because of the setup and like 0 minutes of practice. And now it's gonna be crucial to stay into his DRS if I want to get up to Elidont. But yeah, as you can see on this section where you need a lot of mechanical grip, which new tires give you, I couldn't really stay with him. Now I've skipped 2 laps and he was first at the moment, as Pioft and FK Mikey get an incident which made me overtake both of them as I go around the outside. This could have considered a illegal overtake, but I don't care. Just wanted to take the position, and yeah, now I don't know why FK Mikey went for it on this corner, but yeah, we almost crashed, and he didn't left me the space. Now he wants me to overtake me to receive me the position, as he made a really unclean way. He goes for this switchback, really GG's to him, and yeah, pretty well calculated. Now I must stay with them until the end of the race if I want to keep this P3. As you can see, Pioft tried to go for the overtake, but got boxed in. Now he goes around the outside but gets boxed in again, and I go around the inside on Mikey, but he pushes me off track again. I go in the grass, and yeah, you know, now I wanted to keep the position on the straight, and he overtakes me, but I go for this switchback, which I couldn't do because there was Pioft in the inside. Really unlucky moment, as FK Mikey gets a 3 seconds penalty, which is great for us. This means that I'm gonna be only having to stay within 3 seconds from him and not crossing the line first, as Pioft and X Gamer go around the outside of me, and yeah, now it's a battle of 4 people for P3, but I have the most probabilities of staying of taking it, as I have the less penalties seconds, which is good. You can see how I was struggling to get the car to rotate at high speeds, as Extra Gaming goes around the outside of me, as I simply couldn't carry any kind of speed throughout these corners. As you can see on the bottom right, I get a right sign, as my tires were absolutely worn, as I wasn't even thinking that I could make it to the last lap, as go on for a great switchback on Mikey to try to overtake me, and pretty much nothing happened on these laps, as I was trying to manage my tires because I didn't want a puncture, as Extra Gamer and Pioft with tail hooking blocked themselves, and I managed to overtake them pretty easily, and yeah, they were pulling off, but not, and now they crashed, and now into the last lap it's pretty impossible that Extra Gamer could have gotten a 3 seconds gap in about 2 sectors, and as I think that he also had a broken front wing. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that his left side of the front wing was damaged, as now he gets the DRS on the straight, but yeah, I think that unless I crash with Pioft, no, unless I crash with Mikey, which I mean tried to go for a desperate overtake, even if it was left. So yeah, unless I do something stupid like getting a track limit on these corners, it's basically P3, and I do something stupid trying to go for a silly overtake, damaging my tires. It's sorry, breaking my front wing, as yeah, not great maneuver from me, such a stupid maneuver. And yeah, but at the end of the day, unless I get a track limit, this is P3. Let's see if I don't get a track limit, and I don't get it, so this is P3, starting last. This race was kinda stressful, as I had to deal with people from a worse league. As you can see, these were the final standings. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Ciao.